Today is our annual Equality Day. It's a day where people from all across Missouri can come to the Capitol building and talk to their elected officials and talk to elected officials who are on committees who will hear our top two bills. The Safe Schools Bill, it's a comprehensive anti-bullying bill, and the Missouri Non-Discrimination Act, or MONA, which would add sexual orientation and gender identity to what's called the Human Rights Statute. It would protect LGBT or lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people in employment, housing, and public accommodations. We're talking to our legislators as constituents, and we're talking to legislators as lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and ally people in Missouri. In the state of Missouri, you can still be fired for being gay or someone even thinking you're gay. You can be denied housing, you can be evicted, you can be denied access to basic public services or public accommodations for being trans, or someone even just thinking you're gay. And that's a big problem in Missouri. You know, one of my jobs is just answering phone calls from people who have been fired for being gay or have been evicted for someone even thinking that they're gay or thinking they're trans. And so it does happen in Missouri. And there's a simple way to end that. There's a simple way to fight that and give legal recourse to people who have experienced discrimination. And that's by passing the Missouri Non-Discrimination Act. So people get to come here and tell their stories to their legislators and say why this bill would be so important. It's a mixed response. So a lot of times they get a lot of support from their legislators. They are talking to people who are already sponsors, or they're talking to people who don't know whether or not to support the bill. They need a reason to support the bill, and those reasons are coming from these people, coming from these constituents. The reasons a lot of times are personal stories of discrimination, or personal stories of that fear in the back of your head, that fear of, if I tell my landlord, or if my landlord finds out that we're a couple and not just roommates, or if I put this picture of my partner on my desk at work, am I going to lose my job even though I have a perfect record at my job? And that fear takes away from living openly, and that fear takes away from doing this perfect job all the time. So they are getting a mixed response, but overwhelmingly we're having a more positive response every single year. We have bipartisan support on both of our bills, so both Democrats and Republicans support both of these bills, and it's really powerful. It changes something in the sense that we can have these conversations. You know, the number one thing that changes people's minds about supporting is knowing someone who's lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender. Knowing someone puts a face to this issue. It's much harder to say, I don't support this issue, when you have to say, I don't support this person who I love, who I respect, who I honor. And so if you come out, if you talk about these issues to a person you care about and who you respect, it really makes the issue real. And you know, it's a big, powerful issue. And so having these conversations, whether you're talking about DOMA or you're talking about same-sex marriage, it's still the same thing as talking about non-discrimination, because we're all talking about the same thing. The situation is definitely improving because we get to talk about it. People are here telling their stories, they're talking to their legislators, and that always makes the situation better. More and more people are supporting LGBT issues every single day, and we are going to win this. We are going to pass the Missouri Non-Discrimination Act. It's just a matter of time, because more people are evolving on this issue, because more people are talking about it and coming out.